have been the defense. Played pretty hard, got a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals.
Yeah, I was really pleased with our defensive effort. You know, I thought we did a great job of getting them to take quick shots and then getting them defensive rebound. You know, we talked about at halftime, though, we had to be more aggressive in our defense and put more pressure on the ball. And I thought we came out in the second half and really pressured the ball and were able to get some turnovers and some easy baskets.
You sort of sensed, even though the game was fairly close in the first half, that the second half might be a different story.
Well, I just felt like, you know, we were trying to, we were playing a little bit too passive in the first half, offensively and defensively, and we talked about that at halftime, getting more aggressive, and I thought they responded. I thought we came out and got real aggressive, and, you know, Ty was sitting on the bench in the first half with foul trouble, and she's a lot of what we do in our defensive schemes, and, you know, once we got her back on the floor, her pressure really bothered them, I thought.
Chelsea had a great game coming off the bench. She had 10 points, 4 rebounds, just really brought a lot of energy out there tonight, it seemed.
I thought that Chelsea Regions and Nisha Adams were both huge for us. I thought they brought a lot of energy, got a lot of rebounds, they made shots, you know, especially against the zone. You know, we've been talking all year about Nisha's ability to step out and hit that 15-footer and how that could be so valuable to us down the stretch. You know, Clemson played 40 minutes of the 2-3 zone. They didn't play one possession of man until the very end, you know, there in the last couple possessions. And, you know, I thought it was good for us to be able to score 70-plus points against a 2-3 zone because we haven't been able to do that this year. And so I saw a lot of different things, you know, good things. I thought we shared the basketball. I thought we moved the ball fairly well, particularly well against their zone. And, you know, I was just pleased overall with our offensive performance.
I think one of the improvements tonight may have been points in the paint.
Right. Well, one of the things we worked on the last 2 days is finishing in the paint and scoring with contact. You know, we've done a lot of layup drills and a lot of layup drills with contact. And I thought tonight all our post players did a much better job of finishing.
Ty had scoring-wise, had a tough first half. Did you run a play for her to start the second half?
Yes, we did. And you saw she got a shot right away, got a first layup, and then she got a second layup. And, you know, sometimes with Ty, it's just getting that first shot in, and then she gets going. You know, she gets on a roll. And, you know, it was good tonight that we were able to play 9 people double minutes and get a lot of people quality minutes. And I was just pleased with that. You know, at this time of the season, you don't get that opportunity very often. So I was really pleased with us being able to do that.
Coach, you were not happy with the team's effort after the Florida State loss, and now with these 2 wins where you just seem to take advantage of the other team's mistakes, do you think efforts where it needs to be right now with UNC and Miami coming up?
Definitely. I think our focus and our effort are on point. We've got 2 very tough games ahead of us, and you know we need to control our own destiny. And the only way we do that is to finish out this season strong. And you know we talked about playing every possession, so I think we have more of an urgency right now, and we understand how important wins are against top 25 teams, and we need to get a couple to close out the season.
They did a good job of sharing the ball tonight, moving the ball around. I thought that was pretty key on offense.
I thought we did a good job making the extra pass against the zone. That's something we've really been working on in practice, and I really felt like, you know, we only went against a zone this week because we felt like Clemson was going to play zone the entire you know, game, and they did that. So fortunately, we spent a lot of time working against a 2-3 zone. I thought it paid off.
Coach, this is your 20th win this year. It's your 5th year in a row with 20 wins. You've got a senior class victories record also in reach. You know, so any plans on some sort of informal celebration if you can hit some of the big benchmarks this year?
Well, obviously we're very excited. When it's one thing to win 20 games one year and, you know, maybe one every other year, but when you do it 5 years in a row, you're showing consistency. And, you know, we sat here 5 years ago and said we wanted to be a top 25 program and we wanted to win 20 games a year and go to the tournament, and we've been able to do that, you know. And now, you know, one of the things I'm going to challenge them with is how we close out, because, you know, if we're able to get a couple of these wins down the stretch, it gets us a better seed in the ACC tournament, which will help us get a better seed in the NCAA tournament, and that's where you can advance and really move your program forward.
You gave Dawn a lot of minutes tonight. Did you get a chance to see where she's at in her progress because of that?
Yeah, I think that one of the things we've been trying to do is develop a point guard, another point guard, because Mimi was having to play 40 minutes, 44 minutes. And when you get against the top 25 teams in the country, it's really tough for your point guard to play 40 minutes against that kind of pressure. And, you know, so after we lost a couple of those close games, we realized that at the end of the game, we need Mimi to be at full strength and you know, have a lot of energy left. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is to have somebody to give her some minutes. And Dawn's very talented. Dawn just has to learn, you know, where her role is, what her niche is, and she forces the issue on the floor, which I like that. I mean, it creates more up-tempo. She's very different from Mimi, so it gives us 2 totally different styles of play. When Dawn's in there, we play a little bit faster. When Mimi's in there, we're more deliberate. You know, we make better. You know, we obviously Mimi's 5 assists, 1 turnover. Dawn's 4 assists, 6 turnovers. So you know, it's a little bit riskier with Dawn in there, but it's a little faster. And so I think both styles fit us, and they both complement each other.
It seems like she's starting to get an idea of what she can and can't do in college as opposed to maybe what she could get away with in high school.
I think one of the things is she's figuring out right now is she's left-handed, and she's got to be able to go both ways. You know, in high school you can get away with being right-handed or left-handed, but you know, in college you got to be able to go right and left. And I think that's one of the things we're struggling with, but we're working on it every day. And I feel like she's getting better, and I know she has tremendous potential. I know she's going to grow and continue to get better, and really going to be a catalyst for us down the road to be able to play a much more up-tempo style.